truly turned off. I think he was trying to mask the hurt, but he was convincing himself that he didn't care. But deep down, there was, I think, because it wasn't completely off. There was no way it was completely off because he would have just gone around killing people all the time. And if it was completely off, he wouldn't have any desire to stand in Elena's room and touch her face. Yep. I guess that's the Catherine thing there. But at the same time, that was already seen in the beginning. And he was still, like, he wasn't a bloodthirsty beast. So his humanity wasn't all the way off. He was still capable of normal conversation. He was still capable of deciphering whether or not he wants to kill this guy right here and then. So I don't think he was ever really off, but he tried to kid himself into the fact that it was.
Well, what does Catherine say to Stefan or the Damon, where she makes that comment about how the whole switch thing is a total lie after the first few years?
Yep.
Who is it? Stefan?
It wasn't Stefan, it was Rose.
Oh. It was Rose that said it.
Rose said it.
Like she said, so I definitely think that I just think them becoming more humanized. I don't think it's a whole switch they turn on and off. Yeah. I think it's more the fact that you're either going to be the vampire part of yourself or the human part of yourself. But you're, like, look at Stefan. Even though he's this whole ripper right now, he still has that guilt, and that's why he's having a hard time coming back to who he was.
Yep. Oh, so frustrating. Anyway.
Anna?
Okay. Alright. I don't think he had his humanity off completely because he never would have been open to Elena. You know what I mean? Like, even if he had that tunnel vision that was just like Catherine, he wouldn't have been open to Elena. He wouldn't have given a crap about what Stefan was doing, even though I know he says he swore to, like, make his life miserable and make him pay for changing him or whatever, right? He wouldn't have cared with his humanity off, or with his feelings off, or whatever. He just wouldn't have given a crap. He would have just been off doing whatever. I don't know. That's what I think.
Makes sense.
Yeah. All right. So now we have a special treat for you guys.
Oh, dear.
Anna's going to speak in French because we got a French question.
Thank you for the French question, by the way.
Yes, we love it. I had a fun time on Google Translate until I realized Anna could speak French.
Okay, but my accent is not that great. So
okay, we still love you.
Just
fine.
A warning. And you're not allowed to laugh at me. And whoever sent in the question, you're not allowed to laugh at me. Okay.
Prepare to have an eargasm.
It's not an eargasm. It's more like, what the frig is she doing?
Fair.
Okay. This is my French up until grade whatever. Seriously? Okay. Let's see. Je suis désolée que ce soit en français, mais mon anglais est très faible. Je suis aussi désolée si vous ne savez pas français. Mais Anna vivre au Canada, alors peut-être à savoir, ou peut-être l'une des trois autres. Quoi qu'il en soit, que pensez-vous de la relation Elena et Jean sur un niveau perfil et sur le personnage de Jean en général? Je le détestais quand il était sur le spectacle, mais maintenant j'ai un peu lui manqué. Sa lettre Elena m'a fait pleurer tellement. Okay, that's all.
Oh my god, I'm dead.
Fantastic.
Anyway, so what they're saying is basically, I'm sorry this is in French, but my English isn't very good. That's funny. And then I'm sorry if you don't know French, but Anna lives in Canada, so maybe she knows, or maybe one of the other three. Anyway, what do you think of Elena and John's relationship on, like, at a father-daughter level, and then the character of John in general? And then they say, I hated him so much when he was on the show, but now I miss him. And his letter to Elena made this person cry so much. Made me cry so much, too.
Right?
Mm-hmm. I was sobbing during that scene.
That was such a powerful scene, and I'm so glad the writers did that, because we were taught basically to hate John for what he did and for hating vampires and all this stuff, but it's like, he grew up in a town like that. That's what he grew up with. He couldn't help it, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah, so, I think a lot of people don't, like, really put into perspective, like, what he actually did for Elena. Because, I mean, I'm assuming that him and Isabel were really young when they had a baby. So he did what he thought was best for her, and he put her in a family that he knew would raise her good. Like, she would have a good life, and she would live this perfect. So, yeah, when they met, it was kind of rough, but I think his whole life lived a long, happy life, and then even accepting the fact that she became a vampire, I think that totally fixed any opinion that I had of him before.
Yep. And
I agree.
he died alone.
I know.
He died alone, and no one knew he died.
They didn't.
And he didn't.
Nobody cared.
And he didn't get a coffin. I mean, a tomb.
Brave.
I'm sure he did.
Tombstone.
But I just think it was so brave of him, and like you guys were saying, he did it. He even tells her, like, whether or not you become a vampire or you read this as a human or a vampire, I love you all the same. And it's like we finally see that he never really meant to hurt her. He was just doing what was best for her, and then in the end, he realized that he just wanted her to be happy. It was so sad. Oh my gosh.
We love John.
My deep dark secret is I kind of shipped John and Jenna. Yeah, unpopular opinion.
Well, they've been together.
Yeah, so it wasn't like big secret.
It's not that far off.
I guess, but I totally like them together.
It's not like you're shipping him in the moon.
Well, maybe I am, okay?
In the moon.
Oh my god, okay. It depends.
James or Jen.
It's okay.
It's not like you ship him with that patch of dirt that he fell on.
Yeah, it was really sad.
That's horrible. Oh dear.
Did we all answer?
I think so.
So.
I think the general consensus is the same.
I think we all love John. That's
Respect and love for John.
Respect for John.
Okay, so Anon asks, from a completely unbiased point of view, what do you think the distribution of Selena versus Delena fans is? I've heard the creators saying 50-50, but I personally feel that it might lean more towards Delena. I hope this isn't creating any ship wars. I'm just genuinely curious because I'm new to the fandom.
Welcome to the fandom, first of all.
Yes, hi.
I hope you're not scared away by all the crazy...
Run for your lives. Get out while you can.
Pretty much. Art should not be here.
It's a scary place.
But we're glad you're here.
Yeah.
So,
hooray!
I mean, if you're going, I don't want to start ship wars.
Wait, can I actually answer it?
Oh, okay. Interrupting. Cool.
I'm sorry.
Ooh.
Sorry. Sorry.
I had one line to say.
Go say it.
You guys just hold on. You guys just were breaking up. I have no idea what just happened.
Well, I'll re-say it.
Okay, 4 seconds.
Because I was delayed anyway. Anyway, if you kind of go by, because I'm only seeing one type of, like, you know when we do those polls and everything, like who do you want Elena to be with and what's the better ship, those whole things. Like, I don't know if it's just because I'm seeing one end of it, but Delena always wins those. But I know that there's just as many Selena fans as there is Delena fans, because
for sure.
I started off as a Selena shipper, and yeah, Jenn talked.
I think that the writers have to give, the writers knowing how to write, hopefully, which they do, they know that they have to explore both, especially since the show is about a love triangle, and since we finally hit the apex of that, it's now officially a love triangle since Damon's not a third wheel anymore. I think it's good for the writers to explore it, and even though you're seeing a lot of, like, Delena right now, there has been so much Delena the last 3 or 2 seasons. So, fair, I think. I think the writers have given us, they've been preparing us for Delena for, like, 3 seasons, but at the same time, they're maintaining their Selena, so they're making us both happy at the same time. I think, generally, some of the fandom is more patient than others. So if part of the fandom's upset about something not happening, let's say a Delena shipper's are upset because it's not happening, it's just a matter of time because the writers have to explore everything. It's kind of like with Caroline and Klaus right now. They have to explore it because they need to do something with Klaus's character and a love interest. I think it's just something that the writers are going to explore. You know, we could, for all we know, Elena could have a whole different love interest next season, and we would never know. You know, so it's like, it's not likely, but it might happen. So you never know. I think it's pretty evenly distributed though, because the writers know what they're doing. At this point, I'd hope they would. Yeah, I think it's pretty evenly distributed.
Yeah, but what about the fans?
Oh, you mean the fans?
Jen?
Wow, where's my bit?
Yeah, that's what they meant.
My bad. I'll say this really quick, and I won't cause any problems with it. I think that the Delana shippers are a little crazier in a good way. I think we go nuts when we vote. We go nuts when we try and trend things on Twitter. We go nuts when we do anything. And I think it's not that we're better. It's not that they're like. It's nothing like that. It's just that I think we're more psycho. In a good way. In a good way, though.
See, so you like.
I think it's because we're like rabid because we haven't had things for like 2 seasons. So.
I agree. Charlotte is very, very great.
Anna?
But as far as the fans go, I think maybe this is controversial because I know we're trying to be like place-dating here and not make ship wars, but this is not a ship wars comment, mind you. But I think that there's kind of a tiny bit of an increase in Delana because as the time went on, like Jay said, she started as a Delana shipper and she switched over. So that's not to say every Selena shipper is going to do that. Obviously, I know, people have that, and Selena is their OTP, and that's perfectly amazing for them, and I'm glad for them. But I think that a little bit, maybe it's just what I see around the internet, but like Jen says, she has a point. But I think there's a tiny bit more Delana. Right now. So no ship wars, but I'm just saying, right now at least, because a lot of people fluctuate based on the show, also.
Yeah, and like I know a lot of Selena shippers that went to Selena. So it goes both ways. So I think this kind of, like, I wouldn't say it's 50-50. I think it kind of goes up and down.
Chris broke my heart when she told me she doesn't ship them. I'm like, no. Why? Why am I not? But it's okay.
Anna?
We love everyone equally.
Anna?
Okay. I would like to express my answer in the form of a song. Are you ready?
Wait. So you mean we get you speaking in French and you singing?
Not exactly.
Don't intimidate her. Go.
She's gonna play a recording.
No, I'm not.
You've got a friend in me. You've got a friend in me. When the road looks rough ahead and you're miles and miles.
Okay, I'll stop.
And Canada.
And every other country.
Wherever you're from.
Wherever you're from.
I'm from
In
Canada.
Canada's lost.
Okay, what's the question?
She must be lost in one of those 3 waterways or whatever that song's saying.
What?
Just keep going.
Okay.
Keep
going.
The distribution?
Yeah.
If we're talking about the TV show, I think it's more Delana. But I think it's a bit different for the books.
That's a good point.
Yes,
That's all.
the Bucks.
That's all.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Say that again?
We lost Charlotte 4 seconds ago.
I'm sorry, I'm
We
not
can't help
derailed.
you
It's
in
just
your
you guys are
fourth
actually really fun tonight.
Weird.
We apologize for these long pauses.
Yeah. Hey guys, how many questions
These
have we
long,
answered? 5. How long have we been recording for?
we answered 5.
5 questions in half an hour. Yes. We suck. Okay.
Moving on to
yeah. Let's just move on. You can listen to it after, Charlotte. That's mean. It's okay. She won't hear it for 4 seconds.
Charlotte, we love you.
Yeah.
I love you,
I love
Charlotte.
you, Charlotte.
What did Anna say? Pouty.
Oh my god. Anyway.
Okay. Can I
She
read?
said
I'll
that
read it.
this. Yeah, I'll read it.
The next one? I'm reading the next question.
Yeah.
Anon asked, when Elena said she didn't feel guilty, did that mean she didn't feel guilty kissing him? I'm assuming him meaning Damon. Despite it being wrong. Do you think the kiss is still going to be brought up again? Obviously. For example, with Alaric and Elena, or Caroline and Elena, do you think Damon and Elena? There's a lot of Elena in this question.
I know.
We'll talk about it again, or was the "you can't kiss me again" the end? It is totally
Elena's
not the
getting
end.
around.
It's
Yeah,
not
it's
the
not
end.
yet.
We'll see.
And when she said she was feeling guilty, she didn't say for the kiss. She said she felt guilty. Stefan didn't know.
Yeah, well,
That
she said she specifically did not feel guilty that it happened.
Yep.
And I love that.
Me too.